Nintendo are keeping a secret from you about the Switch 2, and specifically these things. microSD express cards. Now these are a unique new PCIe express version of the microSD card. They run up to 900 megabytes a second, and you're going to need to have one of these for your Switch 2. There's not a question if you're going to have to get one. You are going to have to get one. The question is when. And right now, the biggest microSD express card, the ones with the little exe on the side, are the ones you're going to have to get, and the largest size you can get right now from anywhere is 256 gigabytes. Now I'm going to put a link down below to where you could buy this from SanDisk themselves, because SanDisk is literally the only place you can get your hands on these right now. Click the add to cart button to buy it. They're sold out everywhere else. The GameStop version of these are sold out. Every brand that I could see on Amazon are sold out. The only chance for you getting your hands on a microSD card with the express logo on from SanDisk is to buy from the SanDisk website, and I'll put a link. There should be products down here at the bottom left of the video, product links, and also in the video description to where you can buy this through YouTube. Click a link. I make a small commission off it, so if you want to get your hands on one of these, click the link down below. It's the only place to get it right now. Down below in the video description. Let's get into this video and let's talk about what Nintendo are keeping from you about these and why this might become a problem, or the size specifically might become a problem over time. I'm Blaze2K. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. It really helps out. Let's talk about Switch 2. So I'm heading over to Reset Era, a forum here where Hero of Legend has basically listed all the game sizes for the Switch 2 here, and you'll see something a little bit concerning now, right? Now, as you know, a lot of other consoles like the PS5 Pro, the PS5, Xbox Series X, they're obviously shipped with about 500 gigabytes of internal storage. Newer ones are 1 terabyte of internal storage. And we're seeing video games now go upwards of 100 gigabytes, 200 gigabytes. And as the Switch 2 is now running a lot of these games, a lot of these third-party games that are reaching that capacity and file size, we're going to see a lot of hard decisions have to be made, especially when it comes to storage. Now, look at this here, all right? Here's the game sizes for all the games confirmed that come into the Switch 2. A lot of them, Suikoden 1 and 2, 12 gigs, not a big deal. 15 gigs, Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition, Wild Hearts, well, here we go, first of the big ones, Wild Hearts, 40 gigabytes. We're talking about like 1/5 of your microSD storage taken up by one game. Yakuza 0DC, 47 gigabytes. Street Fighter 6, 50 gigabytes. Madden NFL 26, 62 gigabytes. Fortnite, 29.5 gigabytes. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, 56.8 gigabytes. And again, that is not including updates. Hitman, 61 gigs. Split Fiction, 71 gigs. We're getting to the point where some of these games for the Switch 2 will be close to 100 gigabytes. That is damn near just about half, almost half, of the biggest microSD you can get right now for the Switch 2. So what a lot of people are not realizing right now is the fact that, you know, this microSD caps out at 256. It seems like a lot, but with today's games and the games that are going to be coming to the Switch, with the updates, with the DLCs, with the expansions, it's getting to the point where we're only going to get a couple of games on the Switch 2 before we have to start deleting games and downloading other games to make space for other games. It's going to be a hassle. I've had to do it before on my PC. I do it every day on my PC. I've only got a terabyte. I've only got a terabyte on my gaming PC, and I'm filling it up like with a couple of games at this point. So if I'm doing that with PC, and these games are just slightly shrunken down versions of the PC versions at 71 gigs a game, 60 gigs a game, you're going to be having to switch out games an awful lot on the Switch 2. You're going to be filling up your storage in no time. However, if you are playing first-party games, it gets a little bit easier. Mario Kart World is going to be 23.4 gigs. Switch 2 Welcome Tour is a mere 2 gigabytes. Mario Party Jamboree 5.3 gigs, plus a 7.7 gigabyte upgrade. Legend of Zelda 16 gigs plus 3.6 upgrade. Legend of Breath of the Wild 14.4 gigabyte base, 9.7 gigabyte for the upgrade, and Kirby Forgotten Land 5.7 gig base, 5.7 gig upgrade. So some of these big hitter games, obviously, you know, Sonic X Shadow Generations 24 gigs, but some of the bigger games like Street Fighter 6 at 78 gigs, Cyberpunk 56, Split Fiction 71, NFL 62, Yakuza 47. A lot of people are going to be filling out their storage a lot faster than they would have expected to, right? And this isn't something that Nintendo is really advertising. Now, I would say right now at launch, it's not going to be a big issue. You're going to be able to install all your launch games just fine. But over time, over like a year or so, I could see us having to download or have multiple hot switchable micro SDs to basically play all our game or keep our digital game library with us at all times, because the internal storage of the Switch 2 is also 256 gigabytes. So at least in total, if you do get an extra micro SD, then you will have 500 gigs. And again, once we start getting to the point where we're downloading 100 gig games, it's going to fill up pretty fast. And I just wanted to know your opinion. I mean, some people are saying that this is like a glaring issue that people don't realize is happening and that's going to happen, and people are going to be running out of space and it's going to be panic all over the place. Is it a big deal to you? Let me know. We've obviously looked at some of the game file sizes. Here, Margarito Peruli says, Street Fighter 6 is 50 gigs on Switch 2. Hard pass for me. I expected worse for Wild Hearts. Color me pleasantly surprised. Again, here's the file sizes for some of the big games. Hitman, Assassination, Signature Edition, 61 gigabytes. Let's see what some of the comments have to say over here on Nintendo Life. Guitaro says, that expensive new type of micro SD card is going to fill up fast, eh? I reckon Switch 2 is going to end up more of a first-party machine since storage is limited. How is Split Fiction bigger than Cyberpunk and Hitman? Insane. Games for a Nintendo console clocking up at 70 plus gigabytes, plus all signs are pointing towards a very digital feature for this console. What with physical third-party games mostly being card keys? I think I will buy the rare third-party games, otherwise stick to Nintendo exclusives. That very short list of games above wouldn't even fit on a 256 gigabyte card. I'd rather pay for an extra tenner for their physical releases. Would only cost an extra additional 50 Australian dollars over paying $80 for a micro SD card, and that expense wouldn't end there either, as even digital enthusiasts would be swapping micro SDs nearly as much as physical enthusiasts swap cartridges, if these early game sizes are anything to go by. And Pikachu P basically says, oh shoot, didn't even realize that. Maybe all my non-first party games, the admittedly few, will have to be physical, or I won't get them at all. Question is, are those games have to be compressed like Switch 1 games? From my experience, Final Fantasy 12, the Switch version is 12.7 gigs for digital games, 41 gigs for the PS4 version. Now those 256 gigs of internal storage looks pretty miserable. And here we go, Phoenix also says Cyberpunk 2077 plus the DLCs around 102 gigs on PC, so 56.8 gigs is certainly smaller, so they have done some compression. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Again, like I said, the only place to get the SanDisk Express micro SD card right now is the SanDisk website. I'll put a link down below in the video description to where you can buy it through YouTube. It's super easy. And yeah, it's buying from SanDisk themselves, so you know it's going to be a real card. It's not going to be some fake one you bought off eBay. $71.99, pretty reasonable considering it's got high read and write speeds, 880 megabytes a second sequential read performance. That's pretty darn impressive if you ask me. Obviously 256 gigs paired with the internal 256 gigs, you're looking at 500 gigs. Is it ideal? No. Is it going to have to make do? Yes. You're still going to get a lot of games. All the first party games are not going to take up much space, but once you start downloading Cyberpunk, Hitman and Split Fiction and a lot of these bigger third-party games, it's going to fill up extremely fast. So if I were you, I would get one of these just to give yourself some extra breathing room. But yeah, guys, get it now before they all sell out. I would really recommend you get this before it sells out. They're selling like hotcakes. Not many people are buying it off the SanDisk website for some reason. So I would snap it up while you can. As you can see, it's getting sold out everywhere else. So just check the links down below in the video description for all the links you need for the Switch 2, as well as Switch 2 accessories, and as well as a link to our the JSOX page with all the best Switch 2 accessories you can buy. JSOX is a really trustworthy brand, pretty affordable too for a lot of stuff they sell. I've bought accessories from them in the past for my Steam Deck. They're one of my go-to brands, one of the most reliable, reputable brands you can get as far as accessories go. They've obviously got stuff for all the different gaming handhelds, and I'm so happy they're making a Switch 2 line as well. So thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you getting 256 gigabytes? Are you going to use my link down below to get it? If you do, it would support the channel. Anyways, peace out, love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, click the bell icon for more Switch 2 news every single day on your homepage. Peace out, and Blaze 2K.